are okay to kill animals dying of cancer, then why shouldn't we be able to legally kill people dying of deadly diseases such as cancer? Surely you would think that it's animals and humans are very different, but the concept is actually very similar. If the person is struggling and clinging on to what is left of their life, they are suffering very badly, and diseases, uncurable diseases like cancer, they will have very little, not many days to live, and if they can't bear the pain, then we should let them die with dignity and honor. The phrase "do not harm" from the Hippocratic Oath, which is a Greek medical text, means that you should not artificially keep someone alive if death is preferable.
Okay, thank you. Now please welcome negative cross-examination. You have 2 minutes.
You said you said honor, there's honor, mercy, killing. I ask you, where is the honor, mercy, killing?
To allow a person to die with honor is very good, and if they are suffering, then there is no honor in making them suffer and dying of severe pain.
You're not answering the point, really. As I asked you, where's the honor, mercy, killing? You didn't answer it clearly.
The honor and mercy killing is allowing the person to die of a peaceful death and not suffering from all the severe pain, but they are still able to say goodbye to their family.
If 5,000 people had got cancer, an incurable disease, as of now, you said, if you kill them, what changes?
Cancer is not curable yet, so if
we did say incurable.
It is uncurable, and if you kill them with euthanasia, then they will die peacefully, and if they do choose to die, then you should
What if they don't?
Yeah, it is their right to decide.
It is their choice. You said that it is their choice to choose whether they want to die or not. What if they don't want to choose?
It's still their
If they don't want to die?
Then mostly, most of the time, people will choose to die, but
Why would they want to die?
so they then can free from so then we will free them from everyone.
Thank
They
you.
won't die.
Now 6 minutes for negative constructive thought.
So we think that euthanasia is
or mercy killing is something that the government shouldn't be allowing. So there are some reasons to it. So the first reason, they're mercy killing. So some people they're suffering just a disease and they want to die. So there's still hope in there. So people can still be cured. I'm not mentioning it's curable, like maybe cancer or something. But actually cancer is actually curable right now. They can still live. Or they can still live long. And actually, mercy killing can actually cause pain to their family, not just they don't cause pain or that. So the patient will die peacefully, but not their family. They can't live peacefully. They will live in agony. They will remember the member of their family. They don't want that member to die. So if that patient chooses to die but the others don't, then their family will suffer a lot. What if the family want the patient to see them graduate in university or get married or maybe got promoted to better place and many other things. And that's one important reason here. One thing that euthanasia should never be allowed by the government. Mercy killing or euthanasia can actually be used for murder. Sometimes doctors can hate the patients. I'm talking about really hate the patient. So they can use euthanasia as a method for murdering people. So, and maybe not even doctors anymore. They can actually kill everybody with that. Maybe the patient doesn't want to die. The doctor can fake it into drugs and some medicines and kill them. That can happen if mercy killing is allowed by the government. And then after they kill the patient, they can just say that the patient wants to die, and nothing's going to happen to them. And it's literally something that is unacceptable. It's like legal murder. That's it.
Thank you. Now 3 minutes for affirmative cross-examination.
All right. First thing, when you said mercy killing are for people that suffer from disease, and those people want to die, but they suffer from curable diseases, not incurable diseases. That's you're missing the point here. Euthanasia is designed to be a device to kill and put down the people who are suffering from diseases that can't be cured. It's meant to be a device to put them out of their misery, not one that's used to kill people discriminatively. That's what in one of the subsections of the law, and you should be able to find it out if you read carefully. Next, familiar will and respected opinions.
Excuse me, it's cross-examination time.
So next, I want to question you on the fact that you say about how the family don't want people to die, but people want to die. Yeah, can you please explain that? If there is such a difference, then should we respect the right of the patient?
What I meant is the patient wants to die because, like, for example, he is living in pain and maybe he just wants to die right now. He don't want to live anymore. And the family, they will never want a member of the family to die, right? So family never wants a member to. Life is really precious. You can't just
process and they don't want them to die and just die right there. That is unavoidable, but hopeless.
Anyway, let me ask you the next question. Fine. If you say it's so, have you seen the people with deadly diseases? Chemotherapy and all of those can ruin the person. They cannot advance in their life and they cannot do anything such as graduating or marrying. Can you please explain and clarify on this point?
No, what I mean is not the patient graduate or marry, but their member of family. The patient wants to see their members of family to be like that. The members of family wants the patient to see that, not the patient is seen by the family.
All right. Then I will ask a question. You say that doctors can premeditate murder with such euthanasia excuses, but do you know that all procedures like such are managed with legal contracts, and if anything was to do like that, it's legally murder and they would be wiped out in the case of the law? Do you have the proof to back it up?
Time's up, thank you. Now 5 minutes for affirmative rebuttal.
Firstly, the medical improvement not be fast enough and it will prolong suffering for the patient. For example, vegetative state or last stage cancer. The people who have to suffer, those doctors cannot do anything to save them with their very modern equipment. Every day, they have to suffer from pain. So to end their pain, many people should mercy killing them. It would be inhumane to keep them alive. Terminal ill patients shouldn't have to live with extreme pain and suffering that comes from debilitating methods. For example, if I have to mercy killing one of my family members, I would do it without hesitations. It will be very, very painful at first, but then it will be worth it. When it's a liberation. When the body and mind shut down, humans deserve to die with dignity and cognizance that they were able to say goodbyes to their loved one. If they don't mercy killing them, we will not know when do our family die. There are many legal procedures for the mercy killing. You cannot say that it is illegal. It is a killing. Or the doctor.
Thank you. Now 3 minutes for negative cross-examination. Your time started.
So you want to kill a member of your family?
If they have last stage cancer or some disease that is incurable, so I would do it without hesitation.
What if they don't? What if it's against the will? They don't want to die, but you want them to die in peace over the river.
Give me, that's like one of the few examples that I could give. That's my point. Thank you.
Thank you. Now 5 minutes. 3 minutes for affirmative cross-examination.
First off, you say about the old generation, those people are desperating with 5,000 cancer patients. If you kill them, there's nothing left? No future? No hope? Oh, listen. Oh, I have a question to ask of you. All those people are suffering in pain. All of them that are waiting for their impending death. To put them out of their misery is to remove them from that debilitating pain. Do you understand what euthanasia is? It is for people who are knowingly close to death to put them down and to allow them to die with dignity. So please answer me. Why do you mean we premeditate murder?
Would the family see it that way though? Because you're killing them. They are a beloved member of the family. I'm not talking about family commotion within them. I'm talking about, would the family really see it the way that you just immediately just kill someone without commotion?
Listen, we are not saying that we kill a person immediately. Euthanasia in fundamentalism is a process created through the will of the family and the patients to put a person out of their misery, to allow them to die a peaceful death, away from pain, away from fear, to die with dignity, with the right to say goodbye to their family. From what you are saying, you are disregarding the concept of euthanasia and considering it to be no more than premeditated murder with an excuse. Then please do tell me, explain what reason you have for believing that it's such premeditated murder. What is the idea you have against it that makes you question the fundamental concept of euthanasia itself?
A person's psyche, let me say, a family member of the psyche, if they look at the patient, they'll never see it the way euthanasia actually is. They're just thinking that, oh, I'm just killing the family just to help the world, just killing my family. He's my family. You're not, okay, it's like saving one person for the other, but will you see it the way that you're bonded with that person. You don't just kill them immediately. The thing is, if you said about the 5,000 patients that I made as an example, just killing them, 5,000 people will still die, and the example still, cancer will still die. But they accept that with the exception that medical examinations could be taken, medical research could be taken, and they could still recover a hope, and they could still save many people, even millions of people. Tuberculosis was a disease that we have seen for the longest time, and guess what? It's cured. No euthanasia had to be done, and it's still cured. It's not a threat anymore. You don't have to just immediately give up on hope and to just kill them immediately.
We don't immediately give up on hope. This process is made through the agreement with families and all of that. We are not immediately killing them. We discuss with them and we kill them with peace.
Time's up, thank you. Now 5 minutes for affirmative rebuttal and closing remarks.
In essence, euthanasia is the willing removal of somebody from their life. To walk on this plane of earth with cancer and other incurable diseases is every day walking in a hell of pain. A life not worth living, a life worse than death itself. Have you seen people with such diseases? Those people are nearing the end of their lives. They are facing a hell worse than hell itself. And thus they deserve to be put out of their misery. Euthanasia is a willing process created by the families through agreements of the families and the patients themselves to remove the person from their life and allowing them to die with honor, dignity that a person should have. Fundamentally, your points are saying that euthanasia is premeditated murder, is the elimination of hope and the ruthless removal of one's family. It is not. Removal of one's family, it is not. A family agrees with euthanasia, the patients agree with euthanasia, it's discussed beforehand and the people have a conceptual understanding of it before they remove the person to deliver them away from fear and evil. Doctors premeditating murder, it is not. For you see, doctors or everything in euthanasia had to carry out a long procedure in order to legalize these actions. All of these are matters that are handled with the utmost legal discrimination, and you must note this, for it is not murder with an excuse, without an excuse. It is a deliberate death created by the governmental laws to put the person out of their suffering. Hope exists, sure. And there are cures that are developing every day with the medicine industry. Your point is true. However, some of these people are walking on the brink of life and death, suffering pain that you can never imagine, neither can I. And so, is it not better to put them out of that sad, sad life, that torturous life? Even if the medicine industry improves, what guarantee do you have that it will improve today or tomorrow? It is a sensitive subject for such matter, I understand. But you must always understand that perseverance is not always the best solution. Bravery might not be more than foolishness. And to persist also could mean to a more painful, more sad death. To remove them with their will and their choice, each of these patients can choose to follow the hope, or in order to put themselves out of their misery. Normal humans can't handle such pain. None of us should ever be able to handle such pains. When the person is suffering from all these, they have a right to choose their own death. They have a right to say goodbye to their family with dignity, with emotion, not in uncontrollable pain or in never-ending comas. You should understand that when these people are killed, they have made the choice to walk away from that fear, that pain that they're suffering from, and die a willing death, much more than they can do otherwise. Doctors performing euthanasia allows them to die with honor and dignity, a point that I cannot stress enough. Hope might be there, sure, but for the people who just persevere through hope all have a right to do so. But if they can't, if they cannot handle it, then everyone has a right to die the right way. The families can agree to it. The families might not agree with it, but if the patient wants it more than anything, he or she is the person in question, and he and she should have the right to decide to die a death that is suitable. There are no guarantees that hope will be carried on, so it is a gamble of life and death. So in conclusion, I would like to say that the allowance of euthanasia by government is a wise idea. It's a good idea. We are agreeing to euthanasia to remove those people from their pain. Yet again, a point I cannot stress enough. We are not forcing it upon them. We do not force them to die as soon as they are in inescapable diseases. They have a right to choose, a right to dignity, a right for death. And I, for one, resolutely agree to this point. They should have a right to die with their honor, a basic right of all human beings. Thank you.
Thank you. And now 5 minutes for a negative rebuttal and closing remarks.
As a conclusion, us, the negative side, we think that mercy killing should not be allowed. We think this for the following reasons. First of all, mercy killing can be used for dangerous reasons. For example, it could be used for eliminating people. A doctor can easily kill a patient and just say that they wanted to pass away in peace. That would be called as legal killing, and no one would do anything about it. You said it yourself. They legalized murder, the question we didn't have time to answer. And you are heartless if you kill them immediately. You said, well, we can't guarantee hope. There are no guarantees, so you can't guarantee or dismiss hope. Put out of misery while they could guide their members. You say they suffer. The family suffers the same worrying about the patient. They ever get knocked out, and they either get knocked out and die then.
Thank you so much. And the first round is finished. Thank all of you, and can you give a big applause? Thank you so much.